Hello, welcome to my channel. We're live. I think I did all the YouTube-y things, fingers crossed. All right, so we're ready to start. I see some people in chat. Hi, Mariah. Yeah, I had to run downstairs to make you mod, but it worked. Can't do it on my iPad for some reason, but it worked on the computer. Hi, Anne. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, Mariah has a wrench, so don't piss her off. So today we're going to be doing some image transfers using this book. And this is a collage book. And I saw Michelle Mixed Media using it on Instagram. I did link her YouTube channel in my description because she shows this book on her YouTube channel, but she seems to do most of her things on Instagram, maybe TikTok, I'm not sure. So check her out. At some point I might pull out my iPad and show you her Instagram, but I don't know how to link Instagram accounts, so that's another thing I need to figure out. Yes, Michelle is very good at this. And what I liked about her showing this book is that it's got the right kind of paper. I haven't tried it yet, so hopefully it works for me. I mean, I do magazine transfers fairly well, so I'm hoping this will work. But what I liked about this book is that the copyright. So it says, where is it? I'll show you the copyright first. I should have marked it. This book, for each image is carefully chosen to spark your creativity and offer endless opportunities for artistic expression. Explore the world of collage soup, neither here nor there, and let these high contrast images printed on high quality paper become the foundation of your next masterpiece. Where did I see it? And they have other books, but I saw her saying like you can't reproduce this book, but you can use images. Oh yeah, so copyright 2023, not for reproduction in whole. Individual elements may be reproduced. So to me, that means like I can take one of the pages and use it in a collage, or I can, I'm going to try to do image transfers. Hi, Penka. Hi, Marguerite. So I'll just do a flip through of this book in a moment when there's more people here. The other thing I'm going to try to do today is Christy Hartman was asking about using foam stamps to lift off alcohol inks from the jelly plate. So this is a technique I had done on Kathy Berg's live stream. I'll link that video below at some point. So I used the lift ink with rubber stamps for this. So I used rubber stamps with lift ink on the jelly plate. And then I stamped off onto paper, and then I picked up using paint here. Now on my last live stream, I did some picking up of alcohol inks that also had paint on it using the foam stamps. So today I'm going to try just the alcohol ink with foam stamps and lift ink. And maybe we'll compare it to just spraying the stamp with alcohol, which is how Kathy Berg did some of hers. So we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's see. Oh, I'm already buffering. Why am I buffering? I don't like that. Shouldn't be buffering. Am I back? Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Kimberly. Did I say hi? Hi, Barbara Clark. Good to have you here. Hi, Pam. Not buffering. Okay, maybe I'm just buffering. All right, so I'll just do a quick flip through, and this is the book that we're going to attempt to do image transfers from. It's so for image transfers, basically the black or the dark ink acts as a resist, so it doesn't. I'll explain it better when we're on the plate. But you want high contrast images. You want glossy paper. This paper is very good quality, and it's high gloss. And this has a lot of really cool images in it. I'm just going to do a really quick flip through. And again, for those coming in, this Collage Soup, Neither Here Nor There by Harper Sullivan and Emily Stone. And they have other books as well. I just bought this on Amazon Canada. It was pretty easy to find. And I bought this because I saw Michelle Mixed Media using this book to do image transfers on her Gelli plate. And I will attempt to link her Instagram because that's really where she shows more videos. She does have a YouTube channel, but she doesn't have that many videos. Hi, Jane. Well, yeah, I'm all right, but I'm watching on YouTube on my iPad. That's where I see my comments. So, yeah, and I could see you using this book. Totally. So my intention is not to just colorize the image. I mean, I want to really try to transform it. So just doing a quick flip through of this book before we pull out an image and give it a try. I'm not sure what link you're sending me, Mariah. But I will accept a link. I think I might try this guy. I think they're kind of cool. So I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream that the copyright in this book is such that you can use individual images, but you cannot reproduce the book as a whole. So I think it's great for us mixed media artists that, you know, you use a magazine image and you kind of have to worry about copyright when you're, you know, obviously if you're selling it. I don't really sell any of my work yet. I don't know if I will, but it's nice to have options that give you a little bit of leeway. Hi, Dar. Good to see you. I'm going to, oh, that's strange. Okay. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Sophia. Oh, thanks, Mara. Yes. If you, I should be able to find the link. I just don't know how to attach it to my description. But if you can put Michelle Mixed Media's Instagram link in chat, that would be awesome. Now, I don't know how these images would work for transfer, but the ones that are more like black and white definitely should work. So we're almost done with the flip through. I had put a few stickies on pages that I thought we might try. That one didn't work. And so, I mean, you could just use like a portion, right? The problem is, you know, you got that issue where the other side, you can't use it. But if you did an image transfer one side, and then you can cut up the other side without worrying, I guess. I'm planning to image transfer both sides. So thanks, Mariah. So Mariah put in the Instagram link for Michelle Mixed Media, and she's the one that I saw you doing image transfers using this book. So I'm hoping that I will be as successful as she is. And here's some of their other books. I think there's more titles available, but the paper is really, it's good quality. So with the image transfers, the key is in the ink and the paper. I would like to do more with my own images using laser prints, but I haven't been able to find a good quality laser print source in my area yet. So I have to kind of investigate that a bit more. Hi, Paula. How's everybody today? Just having my coffee. Uh-oh, Sandy's frozen. Anybody else frozen? The other thing, what else was I going to talk about? And I mentioned earlier, we're going to do, I'm going to quickly show this technique that I did at Kathy Berg's, where I used alcohol inks on the Gelli plate and some lift-off ink, which is this stuff. But we're going to try it with foam stamps today. So I've got a plate ready for that. Well, Pam, you're gonna want to get this book. Hi, Debbie. Good day. All right, so let's pick out an image. So I thought I would choose one. Michelle did this one. It was really cool. So I don't want to just do what she did. I want to do my own thing. let's see, I thought that one would be neat. That one. I like to, when I do image transfers, I like to add a little bit of detail using stencils or stamps, and sometimes I'll colorize using pan pastels. So I've got my pan pastels out. I wonder if we should keep it simple. Let's do a face. It's always fun to do faces. Faces are recognizable and they're fun. But I want to do one that's more like black and white so that we can, let's try this one. Yes, Paula, it is a lovely book. All right, so I'm going to use X-Acto knife. If you don't like knives, look away. I'm just going to cut this image out. Now this book is pretty large. I was planning to just use my 8x10 plate, but I might have to pull out Big Peggy. All right, so let's put that aside for a moment. Hey, Lady Jan. So, and the other side will be cool too. So let's do that. I'm going to grab out my 8x10 plate. So we'll get one started and then I'll show that alcohol technique thing really quickly. So you can see it's bigger than my plate is. So if I wanted the whole image, I would have to use my my big plate. But I just feel like sticking to the 8x10 plate. All right, are we close enough? I think so. Let me just cap my X-Acto knife. Have some more coffee. Hi, Lara. Okay. Now today Anne was talking about image transfers on the Gelliprinting in her stream, and she was mentioning that she saw someone doing image transfer where they put their pickup paper on right away. And I have done that, and I have a video about magazine image transfers that does pretty well. And I did do that once at least on that video. But in general, for me, I have to really be intentional if I want to do that, because I live in quite a dry environment. Dar, yes, I can see you. Did you say something that I missed? I said hi to you earlier. Dar put in the link for this book in the USA Amazon. Did I miss anything else, Dar? I hope I didn't. Thank you to my mods, Dar, mod extraordinaire, and thank you to Mariah. We figured out how to make her a mod as well. So I can see you. Can other people see Dar, Cheshire Cat 1956? All right, so I'm going to just keep the first one very basic. We're just going to use the Mars Black Liquitex. I like this consistency. It works for me. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, and hopefully it works. But sorry, there's just some little fibers on my jelly plate. This isn't the only way to do it. This is what usually works for me. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it'll work today. The trick is to keep this first layer fairly thin. And Jane says she can see you, Dar, and you're wearing a blue dress. All right, so let's put our black on here. And you want it so that you can like almost see through it. If you have too much paint, you won't get the resist effect. So I put the paint on, I take the paint off. I had a comment once about why you're wasting so much paint taking all that paint off. Why don't you just put on the right amount? Well, it's not that simple. You know, you want to kind of spread it and layer it. So when I'm going back and forth, I'm spreading it. When I'm burring off, I'm removing it. So, and you want to do this, see it's starting to dry there. So, okay, I'm going to just think that's thin enough. You get to the point where you start taking all the paint off and then you don't get a good transfer. So let's do that. And you rub it firmly. And fingers crossed this works. You never really know. Hi, Rhonda. You want to rub all the bubbles out. I haven't done image transfers in a while. Oh no, it didn't work. barely worked. Okay, let's try that again. Take 2. Like I said, I didn't practice with this book, so I'm just going to wipe this off and hopefully let that dry. Hopefully we can save it. If I can't get a good transfer from this book, then we'll have to go back to the magazine images, but I was really hoping this was going to work. Usually I do a few pulls on my plate first, so maybe that was my problem. See, it doesn't always work. All right, I don't know if that's going to work again, but let's let that dry. That's unfortunate. That was a good image. I should have started with one that wasn't so good. Oh well. My streams lately have been what not to do, so we'll see if we can get a print from that. I don't know. Let's grab another one. Take 2. Take 2. Planetary alignment. Yes, I need good planetary alignment. All right. Fail number 1. Hopefully we don't have too many fails today. Let's try. Let's try something simple. Let's try this one. That's pretty high contrast. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. All right, where's my X-Acto knife? Yeah, you can still add stuff to it. I'm going to just try to cut that. I'm better at cutting it this way. I knew I should have practiced this first. I just wanted to show you guys the whole book intact. So okay, let's try this again. Usually this works good. All right, maybe. All right. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to try this same paint. Maybe my plate needed a warm up. I don't know. I'm just going to do these. I don't want to cut the door, so I'm just going to do this and we'll see what happens. Yes, those are cool doors. All right. Take 2. I want everybody to cross their fingers for me, okay? Everybody cross your fingers. And if it doesn't work, maybe I'll try a different paint. I don't know. Usually this paint works really well for me. I definitely didn't have too much paint on there. Hopefully I don't have to relabel this failed image transfers. All right. Now I hope I don't have it too thick. I can see through it. Okay, let's try it again. No, Barbara, I've seen someone do it with this book. That's why I bought this book. I don't think it's the finish. There we go. That one worked. Could just be my plate wasn't warmed up. But didn't work great here. The stairs worked well. Maybe the next one I'll use a different color. So I'm going to let that dry before we do anything with it. And I'm going to let that lady dry a little bit more. Maybe while we're waiting, I'll just show you this alcohol ink technique. So this is the lift ink that I used to make those stamp off images. And we're just going to do this real quick and then get back to hopefully some good image transfers. So I had done this previously using, I don't know where the main print went, using just alcohol ink directly on the jelly plate. So I've already done this. So I put different colors on and let it dry. So now we're going to try with some lift ink, which is this stuff by Ranger. And we're going to try it with a foam stamp. This is a PM Artist Studio stamp. Let's see if this works as well as the rubber stamp. Yeah, I didn't think I'd rubbed it that long, so it's interesting. So you can see how that pulls off the ink. So that's with the lift ink. And I'm going to rub it with a baby wipe. And let's just try it with a spritz of alcohol and see if it does as good a job. So this is 99% alcohol. I'm just going to spray it on. Let's see if this works. Hi, Renee. It looks like that worked pretty good. So that one worked better. So with the foam stamps, I think just spraying it with alcohol works well. I would make sure you clean your stamp off though. See how much more that one took off just with the alcohol by itself. So I think I would do that. You could even, instead of a spray, you could probably use like, trying to line that one up. You could even use like alcohol wipes. So there's that one. I'm just spraying off camera because I don't want it to go on here. And let's do one more. And let's do another one. And then we can pull that. This is only a partial eye on this one. Let's do a partial eye over here. And then our image transfer is definitely dry. And hopefully we get some better results. Okay, so I wanted to show Christy if that would work. Sandy says she worries about the alcohol in the foam because you'd be afraid it would dry out. Yes, so this is a test. This is an IMPP. So this is a foam stamp. I'm going to spray with some water. And then I'm going to go throw it in the sink with some soap. And hopefully that won't be an issue. But I'll keep you posted. Like I'll bring the stamp out another time and we can test it to see if it got wrecked or not. So maybe don't try this technique just yet. Let's experiment with it a little bit more. It definitely doesn't hurt the rubber stamps. So if you have a concern about your foam stamps, just use some rubber stamps. And I find stamps with like a flat part work better. Okay, I'm just going to go throw this in the sink. All right, so we put that in some soapy water. Okay, so that's what we did there. And then we can pick that up. I'm just going to use some, this is white metallic. And then we'll get back to trying this image transfer of this book. I am determined to make it work. We can do it, people. Don't give up. If at first you fail, try and try again. All right, so I'm just going to use the other half of this. And we'll pull that in a few minutes. Renee, that's funny. I bought these at your garage sale. Aren't you sad that you sold them now? You can't have them back. You can't have them back, Renee. Okay, so let's put this aside. Oh, here's the other one. So when I pull it, it should look something like that. All right, let's put this aside. Well, remind me to pull that later. Let's get back to our, let's get back to this business here. So the stairs worked okay. Clouds, not so much. I'm just trying to put that out of the way. So this, I mean, I could just pick it up with the color, but I think that would be a little bit boring. We'll try this part just with the color, but this I want to add something. So we could actually stamp on it. Let's use this stamp. This is also a PM Art Studio stamp. And let's just stamp on some blue. I could use my stamp buddy, and I often use my foam stamps with paint, and I don't worry about it. What the heck, let's put some numbers in the clouds. I'll turn it this way and that. All right, now you gotta let that dry before you try to pick it up. They remind you of your Yupo people. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They were yours, Renee. So everybody should check out Renee's channel. She's a fellow Canadian. She lives near me. We met in person. She's had some good garage sales. I've gotten some good stuff from. So that, I just wiped it off, and then you can wipe it, wrap it in your baby wipe, and then put it in your sink later, or if you have like a tub of water, that's good too. All right, so now I want to do, all my jelly plates are in use. Well, I could pull out Big Peggy. Should we pull out Big Peggy? Before we do that, I'm just gonna do a few more things here. Just I don't like to waste paint, you know. You know me. This is the stamp I used last week with the alcohol inks and the sprays, and it's not hard. It seems fine so far. That's like a week in. So now this is dry. I don't think I'm gonna try it. We could try the other side. So we've got to let that dry. But I thought I could put some, let's put some pan pastels on there. This is a stencil that's seen better days. So that's actually mostly dry. Let me grab pan pastels. So these are my pan pastels and my soft tools. And we're just going to kind of add some fun colors to this. And I did do a video showing using pan pastels versus makeup. So if you don't have pan pastels, you can use makeup. Apparently you can also use, sorry, hard to think. You can also use soft pastels. You just scribble them onto a piece of paper apparently, and then that works. It hasn't worked for me though. Okay, and I'm gonna, you just wipe it with your paper towel. And pan pastels are like highly pigmented, so they're pretty cool. I'm trying to not put too much on top of the stairs themselves, but we'll see. Let's put a little bit into this cloud section over here. And I'm thinking right now, I'm already starting to think about what color do I want to pull this with. So this is a IMPP stencil, meaning it's it didn't cut out perfectly, so they didn't charge me for this stencil. This was like a free edition. Okay. So I want to kind of get this one done so we can try another pull. I like using metallic because I use the matte pan pastels. Maybe we'll use this violet blue iridescent. I haven't used it in a while. Bye, Debbie. Take care. If anybody wants to, ask me a question or say something to me and you really want me to see it, please put it in uppercase. I will be very happy to read it. It's a little tricky to work and watch chat. Okay, let's just do, ooh, this paint looks like it's almost done. Is this going to be one of those streams where nothing works? It's like, oh, I should just go back to bed. All right, let's cross our fingers. Ooh, this paint looks chunky. This is that paint needed to be used up. That paint was just, but we'll work it out. All right, there we go. And grab some paper. Yes, Renee. Well, we're settled in the rental house. New house is still being built. So Debbie's going to do her Christmas shopping. Has everybody else got all their Christmas shopping done? I don't really have a lot to do. When your kids are a bit older, really they just want, gift cards and cash. So that's going to be what it's going to look like, except it won't be this yellow. Again, my plate is yellow because I used alcohol inks on it. If you want your plate to not be yellow, don't use alcohol inks on your plate. That's my disclaimer. All right, I feel like we should just get rid of this. So I have to pull it. I'll just pull it with this leftover paint. Yeah, I hope it should pull pretty good. And like I said, things dry pretty quick here. So I think we'll be able to pull that in just a minute. And then we'll try again. We'll try again. We can do it. I'm just going to move these out of the way for a moment. My pan pastels, my precious pan pastels. On the next one, we'll use some makeup instead, and you can see the difference. Here's our chunky, you probably can't even see what I'm doing. Let me move that over. So I'm just picking this up because I want to have a plate to use, basically. Okay. And can you guys all still hear me pretty good? Oh, bye, Barbara. Have fun. Oh, and Renee's got to go to Wally World. I never heard Walmart called Wally World until like a year ago in chat. And I was like, what's that? Where's Wally World? And people are like, it's Walmart, duh. So this still feels a little damp. So we're going to let that sit a little bit longer. This needs to sit a little bit longer. Let's pull our alcohol ink print. and see how that worked. So if I'm going to live stream, I might have to get a few more plates, hey? A few more jelly plates. All right, so here's that print. I'll just bring it up. So you can just barely see the eyes. Like if I had overstamped them a bit more, I could have made them more visible, but they were a bit hard to line up. So if you have a simple stamp, like a square stamp or something that's easier to line up, that would be preferable. But I thought the eye stamp would make cool off stamps, which I think it did. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if I showed you guys up close. Little galaxy eyes, right? All right, and if you want to see that technique more, that was just a little, that was a request from Christy Hartman. So I just want to show that. If you want to see more, then check out the stream I went on Kathy Berg's channel about, I think it was last week. I will, I'll link it. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. Yeah, Jane. Well, I've been to Walmart a lot. I mean, we have 2 Walmarts in our fairly small town, and I'm not shy about going there. That's for sure. No, so it's, well, it's actually, it might be ready. The pan pastels won't pull. Yeah, that's actually ready. Let's pull that. Pan pastels, you will see some left on the plate. They're so highly pigmented, it doesn't really affect the final print. So here we have our print. So see how fast things dry here. Now I'm going to show you. Now because the stamped with the numbers, I stamped it onto the plate, they're backwards on the pickup print. But the clouds actually worked pretty well. Like even though it didn't look on the plate like they were very captured, they actually worked pretty good. And there's the stairs with the over stenciling and the stamping. So that's usable. Oh, thanks, Mariah. Okay, let's put that here. And we'll just pull that and I'll wipe it. So that would just be a background for something. Just going to throw it over here. And let's wipe this. Now to get all that pan pastel off of here, you basically have to use baby oil. So I'll do that. I could do another pull and get a ghost print, but I want to kind of get to trying another transfer. So let's use some baby oil just to, and it's cool because I should have pulled it, but I don't know if you can see, if I had done another print, you can see here where the numbers, the pan pastel the paint was down, so the pan pastel didn't go there. So that would make a cool pickup print. I just don't want to spend the time doing that. So to get off that extra pan pastel, you just use a little bit of baby oil. All right. And I'll give that another wipe. So let's try another transfer. Let's try purple paint. Just gonna dry that. Okay, let's try. Now for my brain, I like it better when transfers have a dark color that matches where the dark colors in the print are. I have done some where I've reversed it and I've used like a white color and have sort of like an x-ray result, but just my brain likes it better Okay, let's try this. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for planetary alignment. And I hope the contrast is enough in this print here. But you know what? Let's just keep plugging away at it. Let's figure it out together. So this is purple dioxazine, Liquitex. And like I said, usually the Liquitex Basics works pretty good for me for transfers. So it could just be that I'm out of practice. That's definitely possible. So I can kind of see through that. And it's going to be tricky because this print is a little bit wrinkly. So I'm going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to try to put it on without any bubbles. And we'll just do a quick rub. And let's hope it works. So that worked a bit better. So I'm not going to jinx it. So there we go. That one worked. And then you can also use this as a purple collage paper. That's the advantage of maybe not using black, is you don't totally decimate your image. You can also wipe this back a bit. I know Michelle Mixed Media, I believe she actually used the same print a couple times. So we'll try that on the other side to see if it works. So I'm just lightening up that purple just a smidge. So there we go. So we could use that in a collage. And if you're coming in late, I explained that this book, it does allow you to use, sorry, just turn around. It does allow you to use the images. It doesn't have everything totally copyrighted. This does have a few bubbles, but that's okay. Since there's already butterflies, what if we add, oh, we could add some butterfly wings on her. That would be better if I, okay, this is, I'm taking a big detour here from the intention of this, but I'm going to add some purple butterfly wings, and then we'll colorize it with some pan pastels. Because we're here for a play session, right? Let's play. Let's let creativity take us where it wants to go. So for this, oh, I don't have enough paint. I need more paint because I'm going to try to keep what's under the butterfly wet and then stamp it onto, oh, actually no, I'll have to press the stencil down. I can't stamp the whole, if I stamp this down, then I'm going to lose my image. I need some paper. Let's just use this paper towel. Okay, so hopefully that has enough on it. I don't know if that it does. Just gonna do that. So you get a very faint butterfly image there. We'll let that dry. We'll probably use that. So we're gonna let that dry. Can we use some stamps? Let's see. Let's just do the colorizing. So I'm going to use these this makeup instead of the pan pastels because that's more accessible for people. Hey, Brooke. Good to see you. Brooke, we're doing some image transfers using this collage book. This collage book here, which has lovely black and white images. My first one was a bust. This one's working a little bit better, so. Okay, so I'm just going to use, do I want pinks and oranges, and then we'll pick up with the yellow. How about that? So let's use some. Now the pan pastel is, like I said, it's way more pigmented and vibrant. And if I had, you know, if I was doing this on my own, I'd probably take more time and be more careful with where I'm applying this. But I just thought, oh, maybe we can do like an ombre for the pickup. That might be cool. And how about a little bit of orange? What's more of a yellow? Oh, it's more of a yellow. I think I'm going to cheat and use my pan pastel orange because it's more pigmented. It's a little bit more orange because I'm going to probably pick it up with like a dreamy yellow. So I won't use a different pink. I'll just use the makeup pink, but I'm going to just use a bit of orange pan pastel to supplement. All right, so what else can we do? We can give her some skin tone here. We can do that. Let's do that with the, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. I'm going to do that with the makeup just to show you guys. So I'll use that one. That's a nice skin tone. I'll give her a little bit of a neck. And her arms are a little bit in shadow, but we can try. That might look weird. That's kind of a funky arm. And should we give her some pink hair? I think we shall. Let's give her some pink hair. So is everybody all ready for Christmas? Now, remember with this, whatever you put down first is what you're going to see. So I kind of goofed up there and I made her neck too long, really. I'm going to see if I can lift a bit of that up. I don't think I'll be able to. I just want to kind of see if I can correct that. And then we'll use the pink. I don't know. All right, let's do some yellow on here. Not yellow, orange. And what if we do, let's try a pink glow around some things. We'll just kind of do like pink glow around because I'm going to try to pick this up with like a yellow. So you could spend a lot of time adding lots of details. You could add paint instead of pan pastel. The advantage of the pan pastel though is that it's dry. It's a dry medium, so you don't have to wait for it to dry. All right, I'm just putting a few little random pink marks. Maybe do the trees a little bit with pink. This is going to be a really very, very fussy. All right, so let's pull this, shall we? Yes, so these are makeup, which is a good substitute, a fairly good substitute for pan pastels. These are pan pastels. Okay, let's pick this up. I want to try another image transfer. I'm going to go this way and we'll do an ombre. Let's use a soft yellow, which I do like the Arteza, this one, the Arteza Dreamy Yellow. We'll use that at the top and at the bottom. Let's use a purple. That's crazy. Royal purple. These are Arteza iridescent colors. I'll get my paper ready. So I could definitely spend more time and like, you know, fiddle more, add more details, but I really want to get to it. Good night, Paula. Have a good sleep. You're surprised the paint won't move the pastels. It doesn't. It doesn't move them. They stick on there and they stay on. Whoops. They stay on quite firmly. You can actually do a couple pulls. And again, don't mind the color of my plate. It's just because I've used alcohol inks. I'm going to use my big brayer for this one. I'm going to start with the yellow side and then move down. And the last few passes, I just kind of went really lightly. I put too much paint probably, but that's okay. All right, let's slap that down. Give that a good rub. I'm just trying to look at chat, see if I missed anybody. Make sure you put make sure you put any comments to me in uppercase like Brooke just did. So yeah, you killed my plate. No, it was already yellow. So that's going to be kind of what it's going to look like. And then, like, let's say I don't like how I did her hair, I could use a pen or something and doodle on there. So I'm just going to let that percolate. And let's bring this over. What if we cut one of these doors? And try to do like a small transfer? Is that crazy? That could be crazy. Well, let's do it. Let's be crazy. So this side is pretty non-usable, so I'm happy to cut the door out now. And I could probably rip it, get it cooler. I'm thinking like there. Let's rip it. I'm just going to rip it and then we'll see. So now I have to, because I don't want to disrupt this, I'm just going to put a strip of paint here and I'll stick with that purple because this is purple. Oh, hi, Michelle Mixed Media. You're the inspiration for this stream. I got the book that you recommended. I'm going to show that in a second. And my first attempt was pretty unsuccessful. So we're trying again. So I don't know if it took you a while to get this process with this book on. Okay, let's put that there. Give it a little rub. So we got the door pretty much there. I'm just gonna pick up some of that paint around and then we'll let that dry and then we'll pick it up. It works straight away for you. Well, my first one did not work. And I have done image transfers before, but here, this one's ready. So here's the second one we did that did work. And there's our little fairy garden. So I'll bring that up. So we added some little butterfly wings to her. I got a lot of wet paint here on the side. I'm just gonna wipe that off. So we definitely could have added more details to that, but I'm pretty happy with that, especially compared to the first one. So Michelle, I was telling people to find you over on Instagram because I noticed you don't tend to do as many YouTube videos. Are you also on TikTok? I noticed your profile said you're on TikTok. I was going to wipe this off with the baby wipe. You can use multiple times. Yeah, I tried to, the one that failed, I kind of wiped it off because it was pretty obliterated. So I'll try that. I don't think I'll try it on camera, but I'll try it off camera and I'll let you guys know if it worked or not. I'm just wiping off the pan pastel using a baby wipe with some baby oil. So see, get that all off. Yeah, mainly on Instagram. Yeah, so everybody should check out Michelle on Instagram. She does awesome stuff. I believe she's a brand ambassador for which company? I don't want to get the wrong one. Michelle, which company are you a brand ambassador for? I want to say something, but I don't want to get it wrong. So you let us know. I'm just going to dry that. Gelli Arts. Okay. All right. So the purple worked better than the black. Let's try the black again. I'm determined. I do like it when it's a black image transfer. So let's try, actually, before we try that, I'm just gonna, this is dry, so we can pull it. I've got all sorts of paint on here. I'm a mess today. A mess, I tell you. All right, so let's use, thanks, Star, for the link. This is a pastel green folk art. You know, I feel like we should ombre this one too, just to give it a little bit more specialness. That's that one. And maybe, ooh, we could use this one, but it looks like it's separated. Okay, I'm not gonna use that one. Here, this one. Use this. We'll do a diagonal ombre. All right, ombre. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. And a little bit of that. And then we'll pick it up. All right, could be a factor. Let's see what's a factor. Amazon's print these book. Wonder if there's a difference between UK printing and other countries. That could be. I mean, that could be a factor. I mean, I did get an image transfer, not as good as I usually get, but okay. That's I don't feel so bad now. We'll blame it on the printer. Okay. All right, let's grab another image. Let's try a really simple one. This one's very simple. Like that's pretty high contrast. Okay, and then like I said, I'm challenged for cutting. I have to cut this direction. Michelle, if you want to DM me your address in Instagram, I will mail you one of these pages and you can try it and see if you notice a difference. If you want to do that, I'll be happy to mail it to you if you want to send me your address. All right. So both sides are pretty cool. Let's do that. Let's try black. All right. Excellent. I look forward to seeing your experimentation results to see what we get. Okay, let's do. I'm going to try to not put so much so I don't have to take as much off. And let's see if that. I still put too much. Still put too much on. So I'm just rolling it to take it off because it's too thick. Let's see, it's still pretty thick. Still wet though, so that's good. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. Just going lightly to spread it out. Okay. So we're just going to do quick rub. Usually with magazines, I rub longer than this. There we go. Okay, well that worked. That worked good. And I'm not gonna clean off that one. I'm gonna let it sit and we'll try to do the repeat like Michelle mentioned. Yeah, that one worked perfect. I don't know. Maybe my plate wasn't warmed up. I don't know. So I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll come in. I think we'll come in with the pan pastels. I think that'll be fun. And maybe a few stencils in some of these open areas. I have a few strippers we could, well, strippers. PMR Studios calls them strippers. So I'm happy with that. Yay, yay, it worked. And that side I'll just do that. Okay, let's see if anything's ready to pull. All right, and here's our little butterfly with the door. One thing I like about using sort of like color shifting paints is you might use something that could cause mud, but they interact in a very interesting way. So I used orange and like blue, which normally would make brown, but because of the color shift, it just is kind of cool. Hope you guys can see that. What black was that? That was just plain old Mars Black Liquitex Basics. That's usually my go-to for image transfers. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm not. Okay. Let's see if this is dry. So that's pretty dry, so we can start adding, I'm going to go for pan pastels just because they are, you can't beat the vibrancy of the pan pastel. So I'm going to grab my pan pastels. I'm going to move this sheet over here. Put my pan pastels over here. And hope you can all see that. Remember, my plate is yellow because of all the alcohol ink I use on my plates. Hi, Charmaine. How are you? So I'll show all the prints again at the end. And you don't have to use like traditional colors, right? But, okay, let me get some stencils. And I'm putting stuff on the floor, people. It's getting serious. Okay, let's pull out some of these strippers. So I think these would look, I think this one would look really cool with this, right? Sort of puzzly. Now, if I was smart, I would think about what color am I going to pull this with, but I don't feel like it. So we're just gonna wing it. So I'm going to use puzzle here. If I go over the lines, it shouldn't matter too much because the black paint should cover it. And then what if we went with puzzle here, but in maybe in the orange? And because the paint's dry, I'm not worried about my stencil picking up anything. And let's see. What else? Got this one. I could put some arrows. I don't think I want to do an arrow there. Let's do arrow here. And let's do let's do red. Let's go crazy. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Everybody, da, 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 let's get loud. And some orange. Kind of blend that. All right. And let's put some flesh colored on her. Let's go with the flesh colored. And then we'll kind of transition. This almost looks like a door here. So we could do, let me think about that. Let's give her some cheeky blush. Do we do red? Oh, let's do blue eyeshadow. Let's do blue eyeshadow. So I think I'm going to stick with these three colors we have going here. Let's do the red then on her little cheeks. We'll give her like really circular cheeky cheeks. And I think it'd be cool to have some circles there. Let's see. That might be neat. Do that. And what color? Just do orange. If we do orange to red. And a lot of these are PM Artist Studio stencils, so I'm sure Mariah is linking up a storm for y'all. Let's see. Yeah, we want to keep doing that. Down to here. So down to here. Trying to fill out this little window. That's kind of cool. I feel bad, like I'm taking too much time to do this, but at the same time, if we're going to do it, I'm going to keep her, oh, you know what? Let's outline, let's put red around her. I think she'll look cool if we just kind of really make her stand out with some red around her. Now, one thing I don't think I mentioned is once you pick up the pan pastel or the makeup with the paint, it pretty much fixes it. Like you don't really need to worry about, you don't really need to worry about it rubbing off. Now, because I'm trying to stick with the three colors that we started with, I'm having a little bit, this is kind of like a puzzle. If I would have thought ahead more, I could have, you know, planned what colors we're putting where. Oh, I like this one. This one is the Dancing Graffiti stencil. Should put that, let's put that here. And we need some blue on this side. And then I need to think about what am I going to pick this up with. Do I want to pick it up with a metallic paint? I think I want to pick it up with a matte paint in this case. For some reason, I don't know why. I just kind of do. Oh, there's a lady here too. I feel like I'm going to wipe this section and I'm going to wipe off this paint because I don't really discern anything there. So we're going to make a little window. And I actually have an eye stencil. Let's put an eye there. Just a second, it's not right here. Sorry, I can't see Chad. I'm kind of trying to get this, get her done. Where did that eye stencil go? Here it is. Ooh, I found a couple other very mid-century modern stencils we're gonna use. Sorry. Okay, so let's put an eye there. I think that's cool. Let's do blue in the middle. And let's do orange around it. Sorry guys, this one's taking a little long. But I'm having fun, and that's why we're doing this. We're doing this to have fun. And I didn't think there was room for those eyelashes, but I think there is. All right, so for the pickup print, I'm thinking about it. Let's put that here. Let's do orange. And let's do a hint of red. Okay, and where else? I feel like putting orange around this one too. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. I'll look up in a second. You guys can yell at me if you want more, if I need to answer any questions. And let's use a little bit of blue with this orange here just to soften it. Now here I feel like we need something. If I do that, it's going to look like boobies. Let's not do that. If we do that, that could look more like a door. Let's keep it PG. Let's keep it PG. Let's do a red, like a red door. Just do a bright red. And then let's overlap with some blue. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to pick it up with a matte. I'm just kind of, no, I'm just procrastinating. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up with a red. No, I'm not going to pick it up with red. I'm going to pick it up with a matte. Now, do I colorize her face to match? I think I do. I think we should do that. Let's colorize her face a little bit because I don't want it to look out of place. I want that to match. We could give her an orange nose. That might be cool. Or we could give her, let's do orange at the top a little bit, and then we'll do a little bit of orange on her her upper lids here. Sorry guys, I'm really getting into this. And I do want to put, oh, that's not orange, that's yellow. I do want to put some white in her eyes because I do want that to be white. And I don't think I'm going to pick it up with white. I'm going to pick it up with the color. But what, I don't know what color yet. I'll just give her a little bit of orange there. Okay, now there's a little bit of excess dust there. I'm just going to blow it. That looks like an air balloon. Let's put blue around here. So I'm thinking a light color because I want it to be overall a pretty bright print. I'm not thinking blue because I don't want to make it too muddy. Although the pan pastels are pretty opaque. You might not really see. It doesn't really interact so much. Okay, so I think white would look really cool. Oh, I gotta put white in their eyes, but I don't have my white here. Sorry, let's grab my white. All right, okay, here's my white. I just need another blender. Okay, I can't find a blender. Well, I'll just try to wipe this one off as well as I can. All right. Bye, Mariah. Sorry, you probably left a while ago. Good luck getting easy. This is very, okay, let's try it. Let's try to see if we can get white. I'm just going to do white on her eyes here. I'm not too worried about the black part. Okay, I'm going to blow that. Okay, let's pick it up. What color? What color? What's going to look good? I think could do gold or silver, but I think I want a flat color. I don't think I want a metallic, unless I use that. No, I want a flat color. I do want a flat color. Should we just do like Titan Buff? No. Let's just do white. Let's be cray cray. I was gonna do white. Oh, Brooke voted white. I must have read your mind. Okay, we're doing white. And Brooke agrees with me, so it must be a good idea. Okay. I almost feel like the white's going to be too stark. Like a cream. Maybe a cream would be better. Do I have it? I don't really have a good cream. What about white with a little bit of yellow ochre? Let's mix a color. Let's mix it. It's mostly white. Mostly white, but with a smidge of yellow ochre just to tone it down. I just need a jelly plate to mix the color. Oh, they're on the ground. That's where they went. All right, let's do white. So a bit of yellow ochre. That's probably too much. I'm going to take some of that away and put it somewhere. Let's put it here. And some white. I just don't want it too white. You know what I mean? Okay. Because I think with someone mentioned they like the earth tones. I think with the earth tones, I think the white is just a bit too stark. So that's just kind of like an off-white. Kind of like plaster color. I think I like it. And of course I have a hair there. Am I the only one that sheds like a cat? I think I was a cat in a past life. I think I shed like a cat. All right, so I'm a little bit off center there. That's okay. I feel like slapping a door down to see if I can get it cut quick enough. Let's do that. Let's do another door. And let's just do this. Hi, Evie. There we go. So we got a door. I didn't want to waste that paint. All right, let's turn this over, see how it's looking. Remember, my plate's very yellow. So you'll see that the pan pesto, I wasn't too worried about getting it even. So the face is a little bit smudgy, but I think that's going to be cool. So we're going to let that percolate. So Evie got here by accident. Now I do try to, oh, hi Sandra. I missed that. Yes, Dar put the link in for the book. This is what it looks like. And I got this idea from Michelle Mixpedia. She was here in chat. I don't know if she's still here, but that's the book there. And then even this, like the way it colorized the door, I think that's pretty cool. And then you could add some paints on there. So you can use like your leftover papers, right? So that's the one we did. And you could use that. Michelle said you can do second prints, so I'll try that with this one. I'll try to redo this one since it failed the first time. Maybe we'll try that on camera. So this would have to dry before you put anything on it. I'm just looking. Oh, that's looking cool. It's almost ready, actually. My paint dries super quick here. Yeah, that's still wet though. All right. So, oh, there's Michelle. She says she thinks the reason the images in the books are copyright free is that they're created by Emily Collage Soup with and artificial intelligence. Yeah, they do have a little bit of that artificial intelligence AI look to them. And Laura says she has some red oxide pigment to get a rust effect for doors. Yeah, that would be cool. Put some rust on there. Oh yeah, I was going to say, so Evie, you found me by accident. Now I did put a notice in my Facebook, on my Facebook profile last night. And then this morning I put a notice in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists group. I don't want to inundate people with like, you know, advertising that I'm coming on. Like I'm hoping once I have been on enough Wednesdays, people will know where to find me if they're interested. I feel bad kind of saying, oh, come see me, but I do want to let people know that I'm on, right? So it's a fine line. So is Facebook a good place? I didn't really put anything in, sorry, I didn't put anything in Instagram because I find that my Instagram isn't really getting seen. Like it's, I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. Like I'm not really getting many views on my Instagram anymore. And we'll definitely do a pickup print of that. I'm just gonna put it aside for a second just to show you this print. So I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? It looks, you know, messy, but I like that it looks messy. Do you guys like that? I'm going to try to bring it closer, and it's hard to keep it flat. So I wanted to go, I just felt like this sort of Picasso / mid-century modern look didn't really want a metallic. That's why I want to pick it up with like a flat paint. So that's that. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, let's do a quick pickup of this one using, now she's gonna be missing lips. See that? She has no lips. Let's use black. No, not black, but let's use a dark color. And then you could always draw on your final print with a white Posca. That would be cool. All right, let's use, how about, let's be crazy. Let's use a blue. And then we'll put it on here. We'll do 2 prints at once. Now, I don't know how much of this is going to show up. I feel like I should do a lighter color. Let's do quinacridone nickel azo gold. If you are in doubt as to what color to use, slap on some nickel azo gold. And this is just to pick up the leftover pan pastel. I could wipe it off with the baby wipe like I did the last couple times, but I didn't feel like it. I wanted to see what this ghost print would look like. Get my paper, one-handed paper grabbing. If I was not streaming live, I would probably play with that pickup print more. Let's use a little bit. Oh, see, it wasn't dry. I just pulled up half that door. Now we have to wait for it to dry. I wrecked it. That's okay. Bye, Lara. Bye, Evie. So here, we're barely going to be able to see it, but we could definitely, I have a crazy idea. This is a crazy idea. Okay, let's do this. Let's try to repeat that image transfer with black. I'm gonna wipe this off, and then we'll see if we can match it up and stamp it onto here. This is very exciting, on the fly. Arting on the fly. Okay, so let's wipe up all this pan pastel. And I usually try not to go too long, but I don't know, I'm having fun. Do you guys mind if I go, usually I stop at around 2, but do you guys mind if I go a little bit longer? Just a little bit, just to finish up. And then we'll show the prints. And then after, I'll do some more playing, and I'll post some pictures to Instagram and to my Facebook. And I didn't really see any comments about where's a good place for me to tell you guys I'm going live. Let me know. All right, let's just dry that. This baby wipe's a little bit drier. Okay, let's see if we can get a secondary print from the one that we used to make this. Find it. Where did I put it? See, I don't know. That doesn't look like it's going to work. But we'll try it, right? No harm, no foul. Okay, let's use this black. I feel bad I wrecked that door transfer that I had. But that's the breaks. You can't cry over spilt paint, can you? Well, you can, but there's no point. All right. A little bit of white there. Let's see if this works. If it works, I think it's going to be faint if it does work. I'm not really expecting it to work. And Anne, I'm going to try that thing where you put it directly on the paper. Hopefully it doesn't dry too fast. Okay, so we're gonna go. Oh, I'm really crooked. That was crooked. See, it didn't really work. But you know what? Let's just try to see if we can get that down, because any little bit will help. I'm just gonna. Oh. Trying to line up her neck and her eyes. Hello, Christopher. Good to see you. Welcome back, Barbara Clark. So that, let's see. So it didn't work fully, but at least it gave us an indication where this lady was. So we can go in with some Poscas and we can add her back in, right? I'm gonna get a baby wipe. I like to smudge my Poscas. So I'll just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So there's the line, and then you can smudge it. Now her hair, I'd probably leave it pretty non-smudgy, but we'll just smudge the edge and then we can draw it in. But her eyebrows, I think we want those super bold. And her eyes, we'll just kind of follow that. So basically it's a cheat, right? And then you could play with, you know, intense pencils. Oops, smudge that a little bit. You could add stamping on top of this. Like really, the applications are endless. Sorry. Deep in thought. Deep in working thought. So I'm just trying to keep her kind of like sketchy. And sometimes when you draw upside down, you kind of get rid of your preconceived ideas of what something should look like. And if you want some drawing tips, definitely go see Christopher Runsman. He's in chat here. He's amazing. Dee Dee Willingham. A lot of you are awesome drawers. And I can be okay, but right now we're just going with the lines here. So I know I've been doing a lot of jelly printing. I'm wondering how you all would feel about me doing other stuff. I know that people like to see jelly printing, but I'm hoping in the new year I'll just do like whatever. Yeah, Christopher, I'm sure you're not blushing. You don't seem like a blusher type. So, anywho, let's so you get the idea. So you could add stamping back onto this. I mean, this isn't very precise with this baby wipe. I should really be using a brush, but let's give her a little bouffant hairdo, shall we? There you go. All right, so that's enough for that. So I'll keep working on that on my own. It's kind of fun. Could color her eyes a different color. Anyways, so that's the secondary print. Here's the first print we did as the transfer. I definitely like this one better. But we could draw our own little scene here. We could draw like a house. Like we don't have to do what's here. We could make our own collage scene there. Okay, that's that. Mariah, you're back already. All right, let's review. And then here's the door that we did. The butterfly is not a transfer. It's just a stencil. And that pattern there, that's just from the paper towel. And then this was the first one we did where we were testing out. We just used the stairs and we added some stamping with acrylic paint, sorry, and some stenciling with some pan pastel. And then this is our little fairy garden where we added the wings using the stencil, the mask, I guess, and the colorization using the pan pastel. And then we picked it up with an ombre. And that was from this, where is it? That was from a print. Where did it go? That was from the yellow, the blue, purple one. That was from this one. So we turn that into that. We could try, because I wiped this, it might work better as a secondary print. You can see like where it's shiny. That's the ink that resists picking up the paint, and that's why the paint stays on the plate. That's the premise of a resist, is you get that. So I'll try that off camera. Do that one. That's the lady here. That's how she looks now. She's like pretty much gone. I wonder if I would have wiped her right away if I would have got a better secondary print. So we'll do that there. So they're all very different. It's a pretty cool book. I'll try to put that there. It's a pretty cool book. I recommend it. And thank you to Michelle Mixed Media for letting us know about this book. And this is the alcohol ink print we did, stamping off with the eye stamp, the foamy. And I'll let you guys know in a couple weeks if that wrecked my foam stamp or not. I don't think it will because I washed it right away, but yeah, so I think, well, actually, this is a good spot to stop. Let's see. Oh, you're very welcome, Michelle. I try to mention people when I remember and can think of it. I do my best. Sometimes I mess up, sometimes I forget, sometimes I miss, but I do my best. Thank you, Dar, for being such a great mod. Thank you, Janet, for coming. Good to see you, Janet. Thank you for Mariah for being a mod. And next week on Wednesday, I think I should be able to live stream. I think I'll be here. And I hope you guys all have a great holiday with your family. And don't forget to go to the New Year's Eve streamathon. I'm not in it this year. I decided to just kind of take it easy and hang out with the family and maybe watch some movies. But I'll try to pop into chat as much as I can. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody for coming. And for those watching the replay, thanks for watching. Please like and share my videos. I think sharing, Kathy Arb was saying that if you share someone's video, it really helps them quite a bit. Don't forget your thumbs. And yeah, Merry Christmas to those that celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays to those that don't. And Merry Christmas to you, Janet. Cheese to you, Janet. Cheese to you. Okay. Bye now.